Hello everyone, this is L10. Welcome back to another video. And I know I haven't been uploading a lot recently. I have been like focusing on a lot of the Pokemon stuff. Well, even then I still haven't uploaded a lot. And recently I did the Cyberpunk thing. So yeah, it has been a couple weeks and I don't even know when y'all are gonna see this. It might be like a month from now, 2 months from now, but I'm trying to see maybe if I can get back into daily uploading, but in a way, because like the way that I did it, I made a video every day to go up that same day. And so when I was trying to get into that schedule, sometimes I was like, you never know what's going to go out throughout the day. So yeah, just want to explain that. So I'm going to be trying this pre-recorded video. And today here, as you can see from the title, we will be reviewing the Uzumaki manga from Junji Ito. This is made from him. This is my first ever personally horror manga that I've ever read from anyone. This is first time that I've ever got to own and read something in its completion that was a horror manga. So do take that as notice, because I'm not used to this kind of stuff like with mangas. And so some people who might be used to reading horror mangas, who are more they're used to reading a bunch of horror mangas, they probably have a better critique than I would, since it's my first ever time reading it. But yeah, so this retails for $27.99, and so I'm gonna give my complete and honest review. This is around 600 pages. This is a really lengthy book, and this is really detailed in its art. Yeah, so one thing that I feel like is kind of hard for a horror manga and just horror in general is that it needs to just capture the eye of the person, and this book is based around spirals. Like, that's it. Like, the spiral, like anything that you see as an illusion, it's based off that and everyone's attractiveness to it, because it's like meant to be an illusion. Like, you see it and you get dizzy. And I think the way that it is done in this book is done so well, because this is a very long book. It took me around, I would say, 2.5 hours to finish, to read, maybe even 3. I kind of don't remember, since I kind of split it up into halves. Like, I read 300 pages, like one part, and then a couple weeks later I read the other 300, which was not too long ago. And so one thing is that every time that I read this continuously, because of how abstract and on how unique that the story was. I've never read anything like this before. And every time that I stopped reading this, now this is just a personal thing, I was dizzy. Like, I was so used to seeing all these spirals in the panels, whether it be the hair, the people, the art, the grass, the town, like everything in here has like a spiral in it. And it's like, I didn't even notice it on first until I stopped reading it. And that was just like a thing that happened to me. And it was nothing like bad, but I was like, whoa, like it felt weird reading this book. This is definitely a book not made for anyone who has a sensitive stomach. If you do not like anything depressing or gore-like, this book is not how it is. This book is depressing. That's probably one aspect that I don't think I enjoy that much. Now, I know this, like I said, I'm not used to this. Most of the time, this book is quite depressing. There's never really anything good about it. So expect that constantly, just in case if you were ever to think about getting this. It's sad. It's nothing nice, never, so just get used to that. But the art in this is amazing. The way everything is portrayed with the spirals is great. Literally every time, and the way that they do this is so genius, because the suspense that he puts into this in each panel, as like you might see the characters running, or as you see the characters thinking, and how it's drawn so grim and so detailed. And that the fact that like you don't know what's going on until you turn the next page, only to see like right up in your face. It's just like, it really does add a great effect into this. And so I've never like seen that before, because most of the time I like reading action mangas, stuff like that, so it's kind of sometimes predictable. But this book is not predictable at all. It's like the most random things ever. So for the first half, in my opinion, I feel like it's really good. It's unique every time. Like each chapter, it's something different. It's something new. It's something that I want to read. And so, this is quite a long volume. This is quite a long story. So it starts getting repetitive in a sense of like, whatever was made it scary, he kept on continuing showing that, and it almost did not add anything to the story, and it didn't add anything appealing, in my opinion. I don't think, like, so the first 300 I think was really good, but after I kept on reading it, I didn't find it that enjoying, because it kept on like going back to what it was in the first half, and it became more and more predictable. And also, as I kept on reading, the ending was more predictable as well. Like, I was like, okay, this is probably gonna end like this. I'm trying not to spoil as much as I can, but you know what I mean? It's like, the ending was more and more as I thought it would be. As I thought it was gonna end in such a way, but the way it did, it was like weird, but it ended the way I thought it would be. It was just kind of prominent from the other half. It was just not as good. So, but then again, this is just meant for horror. This is meant for the suspense. I don't think the story in here is that great. I think that the characters are okay. One of them, I think, like the main character, I was like, I enjoyed her. But the other ones, it was not so much. They didn't really add anything. They didn't really show anything. It was just kind of, hey, we're characters in a horrible story, here we go, welcome to, so there was nothing really that appealing to any of the characters. But I would say the drawing and the horror was definitely great in many parts, and definitely in how unique this story was. But other than that, I don't think I might be getting a lot of other volumes from this. But I have heard that there are many different stories from him that are really good. But I might check him out, but for now, I don't think this is gonna be something that I might enjoy. Then again, this is my first one, so maybe I might get back into it. But for now, this is not it. There was also, like I said, there was good things in it, but I just think overall it gets way too repetitive for too long. The characters are not the greatest. The story was kind of predictable. So overall, once something goes good and it keeps on continuing, it doesn't last as long. The fruit doesn't stay ripe, basically. It doesn't stay ripe for long. So if, in my opinion, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give Junji Ito's Uzumaki Spiral into Horror probably a 6 or 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Not the greatest. I don't think I'll ever reread this again. But, hey, I might check out on his other works, see how they are. And, yeah, that'll be it for today's video. I might get back into the Demon Slayer volumes. I just got all the concurrent ones, so I still need to read those for another manga review. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see ya.